Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ride with Lance. And on this Sunday adventure, our adventure is going to take us on a new Himiway Zebra. That's right, we got a new Himiway Zebra this week, earlier this week. I got it, put it together, and this is my first ride out on it. So I will give you my impressions of the initial ride and how it feels, and let you all know. Now, I will be doing all the PAS level tests on this, just like I did on the Rad, seeing how far it will go in each level. But first, I'll have to customize this to fit my style and fit my comfort. Now, I really haven't made any modifications on this yet. The only thing I did is I put on the stem riser to raise these handlebars up. They were just too low for me. When I got it and I first sat on it, I was down here. More like the traditional mountain bike style, hunched over in the attack position and ready to attack the trail. And you probably all know that I like cruising. I like standing straight up, being able to see, not getting that sore neck or that sore back. So there'll be some things I need to add to this, like a new seat, because I can tell you now, this seat it's pretty hard. If you're a smaller person, oh, excuse me. Okay. If you're a smaller person, it may be fine for you, but it doesn't seem to have any spring in the seat. So that's gonna be one of the first things to change. And of course, I have that new Sun Tour seat post that will go on this. And probably a new set of handlebars that come up a little higher. So I get myself more in that upright position. But I will take you through all that in future videos until I get the setup the way I like it and the way it feels comfortable for me. But let's continue on with this ride and just really see what this bike has to offer. I can tell you off the bat, see those bumps on this seat? They jolt the back. Front end feels good though. But what was I saying? All right, right off the bat, I can tell you the Himiway Zebra is faster off the line than the Rad Rover. Thank you. It has a few little things I got to get used to, namely the pedal assist. So when you start pedaling, it takes about 2 rotations before pedal assist to kick in. And then it kicks in pretty good, no matter what assist level you're in. It gets you to that speed really quick. So let's do a little stop and take off. Just a throttle, and we'll see how quickly it takes off with me. You know me, I weigh about 250 pounds. There's 20. That was pretty quick. That's probably a few seconds quicker than my Rad Rover 6. But when you're e-biking and stuff like this and you're just cruising, it's not all about how fast you can get going. It's about enjoying the outdoors. And in watching other people's review videos on this bike, there seemed to be a consensus, if I can say that right, a consensus among a lot of the reviewers that this bike is just massive. It's just huge. I'm like, not really. When I put it up against my Rad Rover, it seems to be about the same size. Lengthwise, height-wise. So I don't know what they're looking at to make them think that it's so massive. But it is definitely a good-looking bike. I got the step through, and I'll pull up here and I'll give you a quick look at it. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this time and time again, but for those of you who might not, I'll pull over here, up on top of the little hill up here, and I'll give you a quick tour around the bike, and then we'll get going again. So this is the Himiway Zebra step through, in white, of course. And to me, it just doesn't look as massive as people claim it to be, unless they're just thinking about this down tube. This down tube is thick, but that's where the battery is housed, and a lot of support for the bike. But it is just a very clean design. I think it's a clean design that just looks really nice. I think they did a good job, a real good job of developing this bike. It's just a really clean look. You don't have a ton of cables hanging all over the bike. These cables, they go into the frame and down in the frame. And the only other cables I really see, of course, going down to the brakes, is there's one under there, right here, going to the shifter. And then the rear brake back here underneath. So not a lot of cables hanging down, which is a clean look, and that's the look I like. I definitely like it. But let's get down the road, down the trail some more, and ride this bike and get a few more first ride impressions. And it is just another gorgeous day out. It's about 75 degrees, clear, warm, not a whole lot of wind. It's just a rather great day out for a bike ride. And I thank you all for coming along with me on this new adventure, on this new bike. Now some may be asking, is this going to replace your Rad Rover? No, it's not. This is just an addition because we have a daughter who is home from college for the summer and wants to ride with us. So I figured this would be a good opportunity to try another brand. So she rode it this morning and seemed to like it. She's also ridden my Rad Rover 6, and she likes that too, even it being a high step. So we'll probably be alternating back and forth who's riding what this summer, which is fine with me because I did want to try another brand, another style. You know, another first impression I'm getting is, see what I'm doing here? There is a lot of stability. There is a lot of, not much push in the front end. It seems very nimble for a bike that's supposed to have a longer wheelbase. And I have a feeling that that's going to make it even better when I do some off-road riding. And it could just be too that the handlebars are still kind of low, not up to where I normally have them. But time will tell. All right, let me gonna get down here, down to this dirt road up here a little bit, and try it on the dirt. I know I was just on the dirt path, but let's give it a better go. Let's see, can I cut down? Yes, I can cut down right here. All right, we'll put it on PAS 5. Shift it all the way down, and let's get it moving. Woohoo! It's doing good. Another little thing I just noticed down there when I was riding is when you're pedaling in the PAS levels, you stop pedaling, there's about a 2-second delay before the motor cuts off. So when you stop pedaling, the motor is still pulling. Yep. It doesn't bother me though. This is fun. It definitely feels more nimble in the dirt than my Rad. Sometimes on the Rad, it feels like the front end just wants to push out and wash out. But I've learned to adapt to that. And it could be that these have a slightly different tread pattern on them. And of course, they're newer tires. But time will tell when these start to wear down if I start to feel the same feeling of the front end wanting to wash out on me. But right now, I am impressed by this handling. And it pulls pretty good up on the uphills. I noticed that coming this way, that I easily maintained 18 miles an hour coming up a hill. The other thing I am noticing is the front suspension. It is doing a great job of soaking up these stutter bumps. Same bumps that I was going over when I was doing the Sun Tour seat post. It just seems to be soaking them up pretty good. No big jolts to the arms. And I haven't done much adjustment on it. Just made sure it was unlocked. All right, so my initial impression of the Himiway Zebra is it's a pretty fantastic machine. I'm liking it. I think I'm going to like it even more once I get my riding position fine-tuned. So am I ready to give a recommendation to drop everything and go out and buy it? Not just yet. We need some more rides on it to see how it's going to do on a longer ride. See how the rider feels after those longer rides. And of course, that's after I get everything set up the way I like it. But for right now, I think they put a nice package together. I think it's worth the money that they're charging. And it's a good looking bike. So we are going to call it a wrap on this initial ride video. And I hope you enjoyed coming along with me, kind of experiencing the Himiway Zebra with me. And until next time, I will see you later. Bye. Look at that, 24 miles an hour.